Shalom and welcome to Israeli Salad. This program is being recorded as Prime Minister Ariel Sharon is fighting for his life in the intensive care department in the Hadassah and Kerem Hospital in Jerusalem. As you are watching this program that has been pre-recorded, you most probably have heard more information regarding Sharon's situation. From here, we all send Prime Minister Sharon a birkat refuah shlema, a blessing of health and well-being. In spite of the political and emotional upheaval that has gripped the state of Israel, we're continuing with this week's edition of Israeli Salad. We hope you enjoy the program. Let's begin with two special candle lightings held by expelled residents of Gush Katif and the Shomron. Gabi Newman joined a group who returned to what used to be the flourishing community of Sanur. The yearning to return to this beautiful piece of land was shared by all those who took part in this special operation. The IDF blockade and the hostile Arab communities did not deter the participants of the group who had one goal: to once again place Jewish footsteps upon the land of Sanur. As the group comes closer to Sanur, the ancient fortress of Sanur is seen on top of the hill. The group makes a right turn towards Sanur. It was only 4 months ago when the IDF bulldozers were here, destroying the entrance gate. This was once a flourishing community, today only ruins. Here is the synagogue in memory of former MK Rafael Eitan, or what is left of the synagogue. As they walk through Sanur, members of the group ask themselves why. What was the purpose of the pullout? The Arabs came, looted, and left. They never dreamt of conquering this hill without a battle. Miriam Adler is here as well. Miriam, the spokesperson of Sanur, was very active against the expulsion. Today, equipped with a camera, Miriam looks more like a tourist as she walks through what was once her home.
I'm not a tourist at all, but as soon as I arrived here, I started to cry. I simply started kissing the ground here, because this place is my home.
Amos, who used to live in Sanur, is also here. Less than a year ago, we visited Amos here, at his Sanur home.
The decree will be cancelled. We will stay here.
I
suppose that many people feel sad visiting Sanur today, but I have happiness to see that the place hasn't been erased. The homes have been demolished, but the place is alive and waiting for us to return.
The Arab neighbors who looted Sanur aren't here. Nevertheless, the graffiti they left on the ruins is seen everywhere.
There are signs here reading, Allahu Akbar, God is great. Many names of martyrs. We expelled the Jews.
Only one Arab family is seen throughout the visit. The group sees the emptiness of the area as a hopeful sign.
As I said, the land of Israel is empty when its people are absent. But this place is waiting for us. My home is waiting for me.
It's Hanukkah, and Chabad representatives arrive with the Hanukkah menorah. Chabad sent representatives to Sanur a few years ago to strengthen the community.
It is possible to turn the tide of events. We made a huge mistake in our battle by not exhibiting enough determination. We thought that we would win with love, but we forgot our love for the land of Israel. We should cling onto Israel with our fingertips and not just do picnics.
As the Hanukkah menorah is lit, the IDF jeeps arrive.
In a certain way, I do have a feeling of victory. They expelled us, but we haven't caved in. We'll continue trying to get back here until we succeed. And it doesn't bother me how long it will take. The main thing is for us to come back, and we'll come back permanently. Only with determination can we all succeed.
The Sharon communities that were expelled were not handed over to the Palestinian Authority, rather they were all demolished by Israeli bulldozers. Gush Katif, on the other hand, was given over to the Arabs, and today Israelis cannot pass the Gaza security fence. And so the Elei Sinai evacuees could only stand on the Israeli side of the fence as they lit their Hanukkah menorah as close as they could get to what was once Elei Sinai. On the last night of Hanukkah, a long convoy of vehicles arrives at Zikim, the IDF base near the Gaza security fence. On one of the vehicles, the Gush Katif evacuees are carrying the Chanukiah that used to be situated near the synagogue of the Elei Sinai community. As they arrive at the point overlooking what used to be their beloved community, the crowd stands silently and stares at the ruins. Some of the participants try to identify remains of their homes. The inevitable tears streak their faces. Today, the Elei Sinai ruins are used by terrorists to fire Qassam missiles towards Israel's southern cities. This doesn't surprise the expelled at all.
As we've always said, we were the defensive shield for Ashkelon and the shield for the whole state of Israel. We shouted that out. People are saying today, why didn't you warn earlier? We sure warned about this. I called from here in the name of our community, in the name of the nation of Israel, repair this mistake. Return to Elei Sinai, to Dugit, and to Nisanit.
As the participants of the candle lighting look at the IDF guard post, they notice that it's manned by a mannequin soldier, and so lighting the 8 Hanukkah candles, the expelled pray to God that His light will drive away the darkness. We learn that one of the questions a Jew will be asked when he reaches the world to come is, did you wait and expect for the rebuilding of the Holy Temple each and every day? Well, in Jerusalem, the garments and utensils of the Holy Temple are standing by to be used immediately when the Holy Temple will be rebuilt. First, let's learn about the Temple Institute, Machon HaMikdash. In the alleys of the old city of Jerusalem, you will find the Temple Institute, Machon HaMikdash. In Machon HaMikdash, you will meet the garments of the Kohanim, the holy priests, the utensils for use in the Holy Temple, the trumpets made from gold and silver, and even a traditional harp.
The older Levites, the ones with the deeper voices, would play on the instruments and the young Levites would sing. They're taking this issue very seriously. They're raising the consciousness. Many people come to visit. It's probably time for the rebuilding of the temple. We hope it happens in reality, now, right now.
Machon HaMikdash is involved in teaching the heritage of the temple every day. After lighting all the Hanukkah candles, Machon HaMikdash teaches us how the candles were lit and will be lit in the Holy Temple.
זאת הייתה בעצם התבנית שאיתה בעצם הכינו את המנורה האמיתית שמוצגת בקרדו. גביע, כפתור, פרח.
On this we put this piece, this flower. On the flower we place the candle. It's not a candle like the ones we're used to. You open it like this. In here they put the oil.
כאן בפנים בעצם היו מניחים את השמן.
Some of the visitors at Machon HaMikdash are Kohanim, descendants of the holy priests. For them, of course, it's a very special and meaningful visit.
I see here that the temple is actually being rebuilt. It's very moving, especially as a Kohen, to see the utensils and the garments. Everything's almost ready. All that's needed is that we be more ready.
And what moved you the most?
That it's all real, it's not illustrated, not imaginative. It's all real, and if we truly strive for it, it could actually be.
Now let's hear about the latest development revealed after much work and research by Machon HaMikdash. The robe of the high priest, the Kohen Gadol, has been completed and it's ready and fit to be worn in the third temple. Shalom to Rabbi Richman, director of the International Department of Machon HaMikdash.
Shalom, Yoni.
So first of all, what is the Me'il Tchelet?
The Me'il Tchelet, the blue robe, is one of the 8 garments worn by the Kohen Gadol, the high priest in the Beit HaMikdash, the Holy Temple. The Kohen Gadol wears 8 garments with 4 extra garments called the golden garments, and they're referred to as the golden garments because of the gold thread that these garments contain. One of these garments is the special robe. It's actually kind of like a coat made entirely of wool dyed with the tchelet, the sky blue color, which of course is actually the requirement, the original Torah-based requirement of the 1 string in the tzitzit from the Book of Numbers as well.
So Machon HaMikdash prepared the robe, the Me'il Tchelet. How was the process of creating the robe? How long did it take?
After 3 intensive years of research and work, we have completed, with God's help, the blue robe. The work of the Temple Institute focuses on the reactivation of mitzvot, of commandments, divine commandments, that have basically been dormant for almost 2,000 years. So you can imagine there's a tremendous amount of research that has to be done here to really bring this to the level of actuality. But if I can just share with you for a moment some of these original diagrams of the rabbis of the Institute, just to give you for a moment an idea of the fact that there are so many different opinions based on the sources of Jewish law and tradition about exactly how this garment is supposed to look, let alone the actual execution of the garment, involving a very, very specific level of expertise. Our master weaver, Mrs. Yehudit Avraham, who actually learnt the art of weaving from the Navajo Indians, employed a very specific type of weave that she learned from the Navajo in making this garment.
Rabbi Richman, what can you tell us about the future plans of Machon HaMikdash?
Well, as far as the future is concerned, obviously our goal is the goal of the Jewish people and the mandate of our Holy Torah, which is the rebuilding of the Holy Temple. But our goal really in the Temple Institute, short term, I would say, is to constantly be on the forefront of reactivating the consciousness and the paradigm shift of consciousness in the minds and hearts of the Jewish people and really the whole world to understand how important the temple is for everyday life for the Jewish people, for the whole world, especially at in the times that we're living in now, the whole concept of the harmony and unity that the temple brings to the world. So our goal really is to continue to be as actively involved as possible with the restoration, of the resuscitation, the revitalization of all of the Torah's commandments pertaining to the time of the Holy Temple, because really the Torah is pointing us in that direction to realize that, as every prophet has foretold, the time will come, Bezrat Hashem, when the Holy Temple will be rebuilt.
Rabbi Chaim Richman of the Temple Institute, Machon HaMikdash, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, and shalom.
Please send your comments, ideas, and questions to the Israeli Salad email, yoni@israelnn.com, or leave a message on the Israeli Salad voicemail at international dialing code 972-3918-5554. That's 972-3918-5554.
Hanukkah is already over, but let's go back to Hanukkah and enjoy this cute video clip produced by H.com.
It's so beautiful. Mom, what are you doing? Dad! וציוונו להדליק נר של חנוכה.
Now let's take a look at some Hanukkah candle lightings that were held by Chabad throughout the world last year. Here's the Alaska Chabad Chanukiah. The Jewish American soldiers in Iraq lit the candles as well, while in France the Chanukiah was taken throughout the streets. Now take a look at this convoy of Chanukiot in Argentina and this waterborne Chanukiah in Texas. Now, although the idea is that the Chanukiah is to be placed where many people could see it, I think it was kind of hard to see this one, lit far, far away from Earth. Here we see the Hanukkah candles being lit amongst all the lights and lasers of Las Vegas. And in Thailand, this elephant could be seen as a reminder of the elephants used in the war against the Greeks.
Be sure to visit the Israeli Salad website. On the Israeli Salad site, scroll through all the editions, see what topics were presented on each program, and simply click on the icon to watch your favorite program. Also, watch all our fantastic music videos featured right here on Israeli Salad. So be sure to click on www.israelnationaltv.com/salad.htm. That's www.israelnationaltv.com/salad.htm.
And now our good news update. Mark Kaplan is standing by in the news studio. So Mark, what can you tell us about Israel's defense industry?
Well, Yoni, with the Merkava tank project and the U.S. Navy's purchase of Israeli decoy systems, Israel's defense industry is booming. The U.S. Congress approved a $17 million budget for the U.S. Navy for further purchase of the improved tactical air-launched decoy systems for Israel military industries. These decoys are intended to confuse and saturate enemy air defenses. Now, Yoni, this improvement in the business also raised the number of Israelis working on the project by 250 workers. In terms of the Merkava project, 5,000 additional workers are employed indirectly as a result of the development of this Israeli tank. So, Yoni, hoping that the ultimate good news will be that this military equipment will never have to be used. That's all for this week's Good News Update. Back to you, Yoni.
Thank you very much, Mark, and thank you all for joining us for another Israeli Salad. Join us again next week. Until then, from all of us here at INN TV, Shalom.
Yeah.